Hi, amazing try. So in this video, I'm about to show us how to draft a shoulder pad. That is, if you need a shoulder pad and you are not able to get the ready-made one, because myself, I was in the market trying to get the ready-made shoulder pad, but they are just telling me the same story. They don't have. So just get a foam. When you get to the market, just tell them you need a foam. This is it. Once you have this, you can just make your shoulder pad out of this. And this particular one that is with me here is just half inches. We measure it here, you will see that it is just half inches. That is the thickness. You might be lucky to get the one that is 1 inches thick, but this is half inches. I might just use it like this. And if I'm not satisfied with the height on the particular dress that I want to insert it into, I can just make it double, so that I will just get 2 layers and it will be giving me 1 inches in thickness. So I'm using this to show us how to get a shoulder pad in case we don't have the ready-made shoulder pad available. So let's get to drafting of the shoulder pad. The first thing you have to do is that you have to measure your outfit, that is your garment, where you want to insert the shoulder pad, to know what exactly is on the shoulder tip. The measurement of the shoulder tip is what you will use in drafting whatever it is that your shoulder pad will be. So as you can see, I've already cut one out here, so I will be illustrating another one for you so that you can understand. Now this is the outfit that we are working on, that we want to insert a shoulder pad. Is a Bubu dress. Now this is the shoulder tip that I'm talking about, that is the shoulder slant here. Yeah, from this point to this point is what we are talking about. So you have to measure what we have here. On my own dress here, I have 5 inches. So that's 5 inches now. Remember, we still join the shoulder and we still do the turning of the neckline. So we have to leave all that allowances. So we'll be using 4 inches for our shoulder pad. So now the next thing is that you have to get a point, because we are like creating a circle like you're seeing here. So let's get a point now to get our circle. So let's use this point. Let's assume this is the point we are working with. We now measure that 4 inches round. We measure the 4 inches round. So that 4 inches, we measure around these points. So that's in the center of our circle, and we measure 4 inches round it to form the circle that we are talking about. So measure 4 inches from this particular point all through 4 inches. The shoulder pad measurement we're using is 4 inches. Then connect all the points together. Connect all the points and you cut out. So after connecting all the points, yeah, this is it. So you cut it out round. I won't want to cut this, you just cut it out. You cut it all through. You follow the mark and you cut it out. Let me show you the one that I cut out here. You can see it. So after cutting, I just did some trimming. Now you will notice that I have it in 2 parts. So what you will do after cutting that out is that you will measure your center. That is the center of the circle. You will indicate the center and form a straight line like the one you are seeing on the one that I already cut out. So you just get that straight line to indicate the center of the circle. You fold it into 2 and you cut it into 2 equal parts. Now after doing that, this is what we have, so that we have one side for the shoulder pad, that is the shoulder pad for one side and the shoulder pad for the other side. So the 2 shoulder is now covered, one for each side of our shoulder. So this is our shoulder pad ready, but it's not over yet. We have to cover it with the fabric that we are working on. That is the same fabric that we have here. We have to cover it with it, so that we'll now finally attach it to the garment. So to give it that neat, final finishing, good looking outcome, we have to cover it with the fabric. So I'll be showing us how to do that, how to transfer this to the fabric, so that it gives us the finishing look and we have the feeling of not using the ready-made shoulder pad. So I'll be showing you that. So now transferring it to the fabric. There isn't much to that. The most important thing is that you have to make sure that you have half inches all through, so that will be the sewing allowance, that will be the seam allowance, so that you will have, or you have created the space for your sewing. So make sure you have half inches round the shoulder pad, so the fabric will be a bit bigger than the foam. So I hope you get what I'm saying. So now our half inches will be there all through. As you can see now, that is my half inches already. So and that's how I will add it all through the foam, so that in the end I will have allowance for my sewing, and in the long run the insertion will be made easy. So if you do it exactly the size of the foam, there will be no room for your sewing, and at the end of the day the fabric will not be enough to contain your foam. So take note of that and make sure you add enough allowances. Half inches should do. So now this is what I'm having now. So I'll do the same thing for the second one, and I will show you the turning aspects. This half inch is okay for me, so I will not be using 2 layers like so. So this 2 layer is just 2 wire big. So 1 layer is okay. So I'll just be using it 1 for each shoulder. So I'll be showing you how to do the turning. So just sew it round like so. After sewing it round like that, the next thing is that you turn it out and iron the seam so that it relaxes. After that, you just insert your foam into this. So once you iron, the fabric will be able to contain the foam neatly in a very relaxed way. So as you can see this one now, because I have not ironed, that's why it's looking this way. So after you iron it, the seam will relax so that the foam can sit perfectly in the fabric. And after that, you can just sew on it, just sew through this place and use your serger machine to weave the end part of the shoulder pad, and that's it. I will show you the final look when I'm done. So that is how to make your own shoulder pad. So no worries, I'll show you the final look when I am done. After ironing and weaving, look at how it looks. Finally, the shoulder pad that we prepared the other time. So when you want to insert the shoulder pad, you just fold it like so. Then this is it. You insert your shoulder pad along this line where you sew the shoulder. That is where you join the two shoulders together, the shoulder slant. Where you join the shoulder slant, you have to make sure that you are sewing like a top stitch. You are sewing directly on this seam that we already have, so that your thread will not be showing. So you have to make sure that you are perfect with your sewing and have a perfect straight seam that will go on top of this straight. And if you cannot do that, the other thing that you can do is you just, instead of sewing, you tack it. So you can just tack this together. So you just make sure you tack it and make sure it is affixed on that spot. So that is how to insert your shoulder pad. So once you draft it, you do the finishing, you just insert it like that into your garment. For this side also, you just fold it like so, and you bring it to that point and do the same thing, just sew on top of that seam line. Make sure you sew it perfectly, a perfect straight line, just on top of this already sewn line here. So you just sew it like that, sew it there, or you use your needle and thread and just do the tacking to that point. Thank you. So that's how to fix your shoulder pad. It's not only in dresses, you can have it in jackets, you can have it in some fitted dresses also. So go ahead and practice the drafting and the insertion of your shoulder pad so I can see if you truly understand the video tutorial. Thank you. The dress is almost ready. After fixing the shoulder pad now, I'll fix the button and I will do some applique. I'll fix some applique and we have the final output. I will show you when it's ready.
Alufun likaliki maluvo, maluvo, maluvo. Sofi you la Ibrahim, barahamu. لأتى إنسان من كل مخوف الجوز برهام Oya ìfẹ́ ayé mi ní barahamu ìyá sí.